Hello, Booktube. It's Tag Tuesday or Tag Wednesday if you're like me, and I've got a really fun tag for you. This is the 101 Days of Summer tag. This was created by Duane at the Reading Room, 1972, and I was tagged by Book Chat with Pat. So thank you, Pat, for tagging me because this is such a very fun tag. So let's get started. BBQ Time. Pick a favorite author. They are inviting you to a barbecue to announce their newest work. What do you hope they are announcing? What are you bringing to share? I hope that I get invited to a barbecue with Tessa Dare, and she'll tell me about the new work she's been working on for literally years. And I don't want her to rush her. I wanted to take her time, but I would love her to tell me about that, and if she's working on any new series, and also if there's art like book covers set already, what will the step back be? Because I need to know that for my mental health. And I will, after that barbecue, I will be healed. It will be like Jesus put his hand on my shoulder and healed me. That's how much Tessa Dare means to me. But in terms of what I would bring, I suck at cooking. Um, I don't know really. I'd feel like I'd just bring alcohol or drinks or something like that. So I'm more of a drink person. I'll do that. Two, road trip. Pick a real world setting from a recent or not so recent read. Where would that road trip take you? I'm reading right now Great Expectations by Mr. Dickens, and what was I gonna say? It's Victorian England, and I'd go there just to see what it was like back then. Maybe I wouldn't want to live there, but maybe I'd run into like some famous Victorian authors. I run into, I don't even know who, like Trollope or Gaskell. Oh my god, imagine running into George Eliot. But so I'm going to Victorian England pretty much. Free camping. Do you rough it, stay in a tent and a sleeping bag, or do you require amenities? Will you read more than usual? Um, when I go camping, I just have a swag pretty much. Um, it's, yeah, a swag and a sleeping bag, and I'm fine pretty much. Um, amenities, I don't know really. I just take books really, so I'm not that exciting when it comes to that stuff. Four, festivals. You're attending a Booktube festival where you're dressing up as one of your favorite literary characters, and it's the only requirement. Who do you go dressed up as, and why? Um, I'm not much of a costume girly. I'm pretty boring when it comes to that. So I'm gonna stick to my guns, and I'm gonna dress like Kafka, or dress something in reference to Kafka. Like I'll dress up as a bug. That'll be me, because we need to represent Kafka on here. Five, slice of life. What is something others may consider simple or mundane, but is something you can't see a summer without? And for me, that is Australian authors. And like, I need my Henry Lawson, I need my Patterson, I need my Judith Wright, I need, you know, Australian authors. I want to read Australian books because I feel like they write summer so well and so underrated. If you don't know who I'm talking about, I've made many videos about reading Australian authors, and you can find that somewhere on my channel. But so I need that. Six, scary story. Which author would you invite to go camping with? And oh my god, sorry. Which author would you invite to go camping with you, knowing that you would want to hear a scary story they can tell around the campfire? In terms of who would do a scary story, my first thought immediately was I'm taking Tolstoy with me because I feel like his stories themselves won't be scary, but I feel like Tolstoy could tell a scary story. Like get him talking about trains, he'd tell a scary train story if language barriers were an issue. I'd also take Dante. Dante had a crazy mind. He could tell me some horrifically scary stuff about the afterlife. Um, but I could also take Kafka too. Kafka could come camping with me. Um, but it but Kafka thought his stories were funny, and I feel like it would just be really fun and a bit scary at the same time. But I'm gonna stick to my guns and go with my queen, Marjorie Kemp. So I'm taking Miss Marjorie, the inventor of traveling. She knows what it's like to go camping. Maybe the inventor of traveling, and her stories themselves may not be scary, but she'll find a way to make it scary. Like, um, yeah, I'm gonna take the creature herself with me. Um, what's the next one? Seven. Summer crush. First love or summer crush. A romantic interest during the summer months often leads to bittersweet ending or a lasting impact. Which do you prefer to read? How does the age of the characters affect this opinion? Um, I've always preferred a long-lasting impact because romance is supposed to be happy endings and at least a happy for now even. In terms of age, I think as long as it's legal, and maybe if I don't mind if I kind of don't act their age, but I kind of like it if there's a bit more maturity. But if it's light-hearted, I feel like I can get along with it really. But I really don't think about age because I think I've just read classics and got used to wild age gaps. But I don't know. In contemporary stuff, I don't know. I like to be roughly the same age. Nostalgia. Question 8. Nostalgia. What book or books instill you with an overwhelming sense of summer nostalgia? They don't necessarily have to take place during the summer, but rather they somehow are attached to the summer for you. Um, Cervantes, Don Quixote, of course. Who else would be there? Obviously, the Australian authors, Lawson and all that. Who else? I'm trying to look around and see. Those are like the main ones that come to mind. Um, Maybe Kafka too. He can come. He can be a summer read. Nine. Summer stories. What is a book or books you would recommend where the summertime is a primary focus? I never take notice when books are set, so just pick up any Australian, pick up some Henry Lawson. They'll be in summer. You'll be fine with him. And question 10. Don't forget to tag your Booktube friends. This tag's been going along, and I don't want to point out anyone in particular, but again, if you want to do this tag, do it because it's very, 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 very lovely. And so that was the 101 Days Summer Tag. Thank you, Duane and Pat, for creating and showing me this lovely tag. And yeah, let me know what you thought about my responses in the comments below. And thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time. Thank you, BookTube.